I am making fabric trays. Can you hear me okay? I'm testing out going live on this channel, and I'm having to use different equipment, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. You can hear me. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. So let's make sure I got the label, and I did. How are y'all doing tonight? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get multiple cameras connected. But for now, hi Tammy. Yeah, so I'm just testing this equipment and sewing. David is at a fishing tournament this weekend, so that means I have some playtime to just sew in the evenings after I get done working during the day. Is the sewing really loud and obnoxious, or is the sound decent? Yeah, that's the other thing I wonder is I probably need an external mic, maybe. I don't know. I'll know more after I stop the recording and watch it back later. I might be embarrassed at the quality. I don't know. I am making fabric trays. Yeah, so I think tonight I'm actually working on the rectangle ones. So earlier this week I made some square ones like this. Yeah, can y'all see this? Yeah. So earlier this week I made a bunch of square ones. I like to sew like when David's watching TV. So I'm in the same room with him, but I'm also sewing. And now I'm making the rectangle ones. So this is actually what I do, is I batch sew, and I batch cut, and I batch process. So I learned that several years ago when I went and took a sewing class, is that get all your cutting done at one time, and then that way when you're ready to just sit and sew, when you're too tired to do anything else, you can just sit and sew for hours. And that's actually what I do. So I had all this cut previously, and I've kind of overtaken the kitchen counter, and what I'll do, I have my big cutting mat up there, is when I'm cooking dinner, I will also cut fabric. So in between stirring whatever I'm cooking, I cut fabric. I pretty much batch everything that I do, except for cooking. David would be so happy if I were to batch cook. But yeah, so I can sit and sew for probably until the wee hours of the morning, because I have huge stacks of things already ready to just sew. Yeah. Do y'all do that? Okay, you like the sound of the machine? Yay, good. That's exactly why I use a Bernina. I have to tell y'all, my very first sewing machine, I've probably shared this before. My very first sewing machine I got at Joann's. It was a Viking, and it was a fabulous machine, but it was so obnoxious in its sound. And I have sensory issues, so I watched a video. I think it was maybe a Stampin' Up video, and their sewing machine like purred, and I was on a mission to find what sewing machine that was. And they never showed that it was a Bernina. They just showed like this part. And I searched and searched until I figured out that that's what it was. And yes, and I still think the Bernina purrs when it sews. So that's how I got started. Or that's how I switched from a Viking to a Bernina. So Tammy says you have to have eye surgery. You can't see very well. My sister just had eye surgery on both of her. She has cataracts. She just had eye surgery. I really don't want another eye surgery. I've had 3 on one eye and 2 on the other eye, and my left eye don't really focus. Yeah, it tries, but it don't. Ow. Okay, I got the label. Isn't this pretty fabric? Yeah. I'm trying to see. I have 7 of y'all here. Yeah, I'll sew for a little bit more. I don't, like I said, I'm going to be sewing tonight, so I'm just going to, until y'all all leave me, I'm just going to sit here and chit chat with y'all. I'll tell you, when I'm down here sewing, a lot of times Bella will come down here and start barking. Like, for whatever reason, she doesn't want me down here. She wants me upstairs. And she has a bed down here. But you may hear her in a little bit. She'll start barking. So, Tammy, you have a Bernina. And Karen, you have, I don't know how to pronounce that. I think the P is silent. So would it be Faf? I don't know. I'm very lucky because we have the Bernina store here locally, and I love that store. Can I just say? Well, of course I do. Faf. Okay, Faf. Okay, that label got a little crooked. Oh well, whoever gets it will still like it. So what sewing projects are y'all working on right now? I'm working on, I brought lots of things down here to work on. I'm working on, I just dropped those on the floor. I have my fabric baskets for card club members. So I've got that to sew next. Oh, so Deb, you have a Bernina too. Yay! That's awesome. I tell everyone that a Bernina doesn't have to be your first machine. You can start out with whatever. But if you, I don't know, there's just something about a Bernina. What can I say? It purrs. That's why I like it so much, is the sounds. And I've bought other machines and I've tried to use them. Like I bought a Juki, and I know everybody swears by it. I cannot remember how to, I can't remember how to thread the thing, number one. And number two, this machine, those of you that have this, you know, and I think the Faf, if that's how you say it, I think it has the same thing, that I can take this, this arm off here, this, and then I can make my bags. My Juki machine is too big. My baskets and bags won't go, yeah, it won't work. So that's another reason why I have this machine. Okay, wait, I gotta put my basket back in here. So I'm trying to figure out, so now I've got my iPhone is my camera, recording my sewing, and I need to get another camera or another phone, something, so that I can record like my desk. So for example, when I'm done sewing these, I need to cut out the corners. I need to box the corners. And so I don't really have a way to do that unless I kind of turn this camera down. But that the chances of getting that back in the right position, I don't know. I'd be scared. I guess I could maybe cut a little bit right here. Maybe I could. We'll see in just a minute. I've only got 2 more of these. Okay, somebody else has joined us. Hi. So you're making some fabric baskets and some pin cushion thread baskets. This, the Bernina sewing machine, regardless of what model you have, it's a fabulous machine. I cannot say enough about it. They're not cheap, but they're just fabulous, and they very rarely need any work done on them, but they do have to be oiled. And I will tell you, I can tell when my machine needs oiling because, like I said, I have sensory issues. I can tell by the sound of it that it needs oil, and they need oil fairly often, but that doesn't bother me because, like I said, if that's all I have to do to keep this machine running is change needles and oil it, fine by me. Yeah, I have, upstairs in the kitchen, I have a bigger one, like everything's, automatic. So sometimes when I'm filming videos, by the way, I filmed a video today for y'all. Let me move over here really quick and get it. So I've had people asking me about the directional fabric, you know, for the fabric baskets. Yeah, so I have a video that's going to show y'all how to sew the baskets with directional fabric so that you don't have an upside down Grinch. Yeah. Okay, I think this is my last rectangle one. So then I'm going to try to see if I can do the corners in the video. I am making trays. Yep. I will tell y'all, if you do not have the funds to buy a brand new Bernina, they actually do sell pre-used ones, and they always service them. So if you have a dealer in your town, go talk to them, because they do. Like, I traded in my I don't know, it was a 590 or a 57. I think it was a 590. I traded in my 590 for a 790. I'm like, I'm too old. I'm too old now to not upgrade to this Cadillac machine. And so everything on that machine, I push the button to raise the foot. I push the button to cut the thread. Although this has a thread cutter and a backup, but this doesn't have the push button to raise the foot. But I am using my knee lift. I use my knee lift with my hand though, because I'm so short that I can't use it. I can't use it with my knee. I'm too short. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker here. Hi, Bella. Remember I told y'all a couple minutes ago that Bella was going to come in here and want to go upstairs. She doesn't like staying down here late. Okay, let's see. Can I see that? I can't see that up there, so let's try this. Let's move this, see if this will work. And then, let's see. Can y'all see down there? Heck no. How about this? How about I take my knee lift off, push this forward. Y'all can't see there either, can you? Oh yeah, you can see there. Okay, look, here we go. Where there's a will, there's a way. And now I'm going to do my 2 inches at the bottom. So are y'all like me? Do y'all like to sew at nighttime? Or, yeah, when David's gone, well, even when he's here, I actually will sew. Not always, though. Sometimes he wants me right there beside him. I'm sure y'all have husbands like that too. But I will turn on my iPad and I'll binge watch shows and sew for hours on end. In fact, it's not uncommon for me. Like, I might even be up until like 1 or 2 tonight sewing. It just depends on how I feel. I had a cup of espresso about Brooke came by when I was having it, so that was probably like 4:30. So yeah, I'll probably be up a while. So Deb says, I have what I like to call my baby Bernina. It's a small black machine that is easier to take to church sewing day. Oh, it's a black Bernina? I didn't even know there was one. I have I have Little Red is what I call my little travel one. I call it Little Red. It's like a 230. So this one is a 575, but I have a 230 that I can travel with. And can I just say that sometimes you just need a machine that's not computer. This is computer. It works with a computer. My 230, is it a 230 or a 225? I don't know. I just call it Little Red. It's not computer, so it's all, and I actually really like it. I mean, I like the features of the computers, but sometimes they, you know, who doesn't have a love-hate relationship with every computer, right? Oh, you've had it for 5 years? How in the world did I miss a black one? Huh. Um, this one I really love. And I've been wanting an all white, like all white machine forever. And finally, this one is all white. The only thing that's not white is that screen right there. Um, yeah, so I know they've had some. I have one of the Tula Pink machines. I think it's a 385, and that's the one that I always did all my videos on until I got this one. This one has more features, like the I don't know. I can't tell you right this minute. Whoops. I ordered myself some more erasable markers today because look, it's getting to the very end of its ink. So the next time I go live, I'm going to be testing out adding another camera. Yeah, I tried to get my computer to record. Not my computer, but my external camera that I use for my stamping. I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't. What I couldn't get to work was the placement of the camera. Like I have it on a camera boom, but no matter which direction I turned it, it was like looking at everything upside down. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. Okay, so wait, does Fiskars have heat erasable pens? Um, if so, I should look at those. These are erased by heat, so that's why I have these. They don't really have a name. I think Madame So on Amazon is the brand. Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna cut the corners out, and then we'll sew these together. See how I can just pretty much not even think and make these. I've made so many. Oh, Frixon. Yes, I have some Frixon. Absolutely. Um, I have them in my sewing bag, but they're quite expensive, aren't they? I'm trying to figure out why I switched to these. I don't know. These scissors are awful big, but I keep them right here on this desk. Okay. This one's going to be so pretty. I have not made a fabric basket or a fabric tray with this fabric yet. So we're going to get this one made now. That way we can see what it looks like. So this is the outside fabric, and this is going to be the inside fabric. Can I tell y'all, you see these little squares that have the interfacing on them? On occasion, I have caught myself saving them because they're perfect sizes. I've actually just removed. Sometimes you can peel that, look, you can peel the interfacing off. And then you've got yourself a square that you can make something with. Yeah, so it's not uncommon for me to save these. It's also a great little piece of fabric to use, like if you just added a new needle or you've changed out your thread and you need it. So yeah, sometimes I save those. I should probably get a big old jar and just start throwing them in there, saving them for a rainy day. David would be like, oh gosh, girl, get rid of it. You don't need it. You've got enough fabric. Actually, I've been going through some of my fabric though lately. Yeah, I've been using it up. I've watched videos before where people are sewing and I'm not sure if they like make projects from start to finish or if they just sit and sew. Yeah, so maybe once I get all my equipment situated, maybe we could make a project from start to finish. I'm kind of sort of thinking about doing a quilt along. Did any of you guys do any of my quilt alongs with me back when I used to do them? Okay, we have enough. Let's do one more. That way we'll make 2 fabric trays. And then I'll probably sign off. What I'm doing is not really earth-shattering, right? Although, talking to y'all, then now I'm not alone. Okay. Save these for a rainy day. Wait, is that right? Did I do that right? I think I need to reposition my sewing area. Okay, now I'm gonna move these out of the way and move this, and we're gonna bring this back. Come back to me. How's that? Put my knee lift back in here. Okay. And I need my thingy back. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so here we go. I have never sewn live before, ever. I don't think. Nope, I have not. So this is a first. I did have my sewing machine in the basement area, and I actually, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I actually moved it in here to my studio because it's like, I just love this room. It's pretty, it's small. And yeah, so I moved it in here because I'm like, I don't need my fabric in here. I just need my sewing machine and my iron and what have you. I think I forgot to backstitch. Uh-oh. Okay. It's starting to get bunched up a little bit. Yes, I do the seams left and right. So, well, yeah. Um, I'll show you when we do the bag. Yeah, I was going to say, I do. I alternate them. Absolutely. What I'll do is go ahead and do this next one, or do this, finish this one, and then I'll do the other one next. Okay, so this is the lining. And so I'm going to push this out. Okay, so there's the lining. And this is the front fabric. So I'm going to place this inside here like that. So for example, Shauna, so this one is going to the right, and this one inside here is going to the left. So that will nest. And then I will take my clip and I will hold that in place. And then I come over here to this side and I do the same thing. So one goes to the right and then the other one goes to the left. And then now I go around here and try to get that in here. And I need my pins. Oh, there they are, right in front of my face. Okay, so the opening is going to be here. And the other side of it is here. And then I'm just going to clip a few times. Now look at this. So if you'll notice, the lining fabric exceeds past the front fabric. I'm not going to make that work. Like, I'm just going to sew right across, because if you tried to shove that down, then the top of your basket's going to be all cattywampus. So I'm just going to sew it and ignore it. And hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Yeah, I used to try to fix it, and it was like I would make it worse instead of better. So I'm going to start sewing here and then stop sewing there. Well, I better take that pin out. And I'm going at the half inch seam. Oh, I need my magnifiers at this point. There we go. Now at this point, I want to make sure that I keep that again. I want to make sure that that's positioned the right way. Okay, we're almost done with this one. Ooh, I didn't make a big enough hole. I can make it work, but I should have made it bigger. Grr. Hi, Beverly. Yay, I'm so glad y'all are excited. I didn't even know if anyone would be here tonight. I'm like, I don't even know. It's not like I announced it or told anyone, but I've been trying to get the equipment to work for like, I don't know, 2 hours. And I finally gave up on what I was doing. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try to use my phone. And the phone worked. So yeah, I was trying to use my regular camera, but I couldn't figure out the position of it. I don't have the right equipment to film here. Like, I've got it all set up to film my desk, but not, I can't point it in this direction. It's like now I need a different camera boom or a different camera holder. Yeah, I don't know. This is so cute. I mean, I like both fabrics. Sometimes it's like, I don't even know which one to make the outside fabric, right? Okay, so here comes the clips. I need to bring these closer. And this is a square. I told y'all that I thought I was making a rectangle basket tonight. I guess I'm not. Like I said, I batch cut fabric. I batch everything. So when I set and sew, I set for hours and sew. And when I cut for hours. And when I use the Cricut heat press and press all my fusible fleece or interfacing on, I do that for a few hours as well. Okay, so I need my little teeny tiny scissors to cut these threads, because if you sew over them, it's impossible to cut them afterwards. Okay. Since this is the opening, I tend to clip that a lot. I see another thread. Y'all still there? Hi, Lori. Hi, Nadine. How are all y'all doing? Okay, here's that opening part. I want to make sure that I get that. Okay, let's check it out. Let me trim these threads. Ruh-roh. There we go. Okay, look how cute. Now it needs to be pressed, so once you press it, it will be more like a square. Right now it's kind of like a flat. This is cute, right? Yeah, so it's the same size. It's the same size as this one. It just hasn't been pressed yet. So cute, cute, cute. David already has his on his nightstand. It's holding his readers and what else is it holding? Oh, his remote for the TV. Okay, I need this piece back. And I'm going to sew the next one. Uh-oh, goodness gracious. I got started too early. I don't know if I asked y'all earlier, would y'all be interested in doing like a quilt along again? Of course, I can't do it. I can't commit to doing one anytime soon because I might be having surgery in a few weeks. But I would like to do a quilt along again. Yeah, maybe I should start with a pattern that I've already done before just to make it easy. So you just happened to stumble. You haven't subscribed, or did you? So those of you that are here, are you subscribed to my Sew Chicken Scratch channel? And did you get a notice? or yeah, let me know. Brooke called earlier and I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to go live on my sewing channel and I can't figure it out. And she was like, well, I can't help you. I kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. It was like, oh, grr, what am I doing wrong? So first it was the equipment. First it was trying to get the camera to work. Couldn't get that to work. Then I discovered that I could use my iPhone. So that's what I'm using. And then I couldn't figure out how to get the channel. I couldn't figure out how to get the channel to do a stream, a live stream. So I had to go do permissions or something. Yeah, it was confusing. Okay, line up these seams. And I need my pins or clips. I always call these things pins, but they're clips. So Karen said, so Karen, Shauna, Yvette, Deb, so y'all did get a notice. Yay, that's nice to know that it did work, right? Okay, I gotta make sure I get these corners in here. The corners are important. This is sticking up an awful lot. Sometimes when I cut fabric at night, I don't cut it exactly straight. See, look at that. That is not straight at all. This is one of those projects that I say, I will work on this one later. I might have to make some adjustments. Yeah, so this one's going in the stack of later. Let's work on this little snowman one. Yeah, okay, I gotta take the arm off. Put that over here. And I'm going to push this back, right? Can I do that? Now I'm going to do this again. Do you have to make the liner smaller or is it the same size? It's the same size. I have made it smaller and sometimes that helps and then sometimes it really don't help at all. So the larger fabric baskets that I make, I do make them just a smidge smaller, but these I typically don't. But that last piece that you just saw looks like I needed to make it smaller, right? Man, that don't look straight. Is it straight? Well, so. It'll be fine. These little, they're kind of forgiving. That's why I say they're like the easiest getting started project because they're forgiving. You don't have to be exactly perfect in all your measurements, except for when that edge don't line up. Okay, let's do a couple more. Oh, this is really cute fabric right here. This is I already marked those. Okay, so I can cut those. And I like this fabric too. I think these are the rectangle bags that I was telling y'all about, or bags, not bags, trays, I think. One more, and then we're gonna do the cutting again. Okay. The measurements for this fabric tray is already over on my website. Yeah, the PDF has the measurements. yeah, so if you go to Sew Chicken Scratch and go to the post that, and the link is in the description on the video. So yeah, the measurements for both. This I can tell this is the rectangle one. This is the square one. So both measurements. Okay, something is poking me. Ah, I had a pin in my shirt. That is hilarious. I'm a hot mess. No matter what I do. This is the rectangle one for David. Like I made him 2 square ones, and then I'm making him 2 rectangle ones because the one that he has up by the bedside table that holds the remote and his glasses, it's the square one, and it's already, the sides are already caved in because the remote's too big. So I'm like, okay, dude, when you come home, I will have the rectangle one done for you. Can I tell you that he also has chocolate? He is snack man, and he likes to have a little piece of chocolate before he goes to bed. Isn't that terrible? He shouldn't be doing that. But, you know, his blood work, everything comes back really good. So he's skinny mini, and I'm not. It's the genes, you know. Genetics. That sounded funny. It was like I was talking about his blue jeans. Nope, I was talking about his genetics. This fabric is so cute. When I posted the fabric baskets on my website the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, both of these are Riley Blake fabric. Oh, I just love the Riley Blake fabric. All of them, everything. I guess I should open this up and let y'all see it. But it's so cute. And the snowmen are really cute. I guess I should turn around and see if y'all are still there. Are y'all still there? Yeah, y'all are still there. Although if you have to leave, you can, because this is about the extent of what I'm doing. I'm just sewing and cutting and sewing and cutting. One more, and then we'll finish these rectangle ones. Tomorrow I have to film 2 of my paper crafting videos. I've got several projects behind on Halloween. So I'm going to get caught up. I say that. That's my plan. Things happen, but that's my plan. Okay, I think I'm going to move this forward again so that I have some space to work on. Uh-oh, I hear the ambulance. Or the police, I don't know which one. Sounds like they're coming down the street behind my house. We shall see. Okay, there's that one. So our weather just took a turn for the worse. It was like 80 degrees a couple days ago, and right this minute it is 43, and we might actually have some snow flurries like Sunday. I'm like, oh, grr, I don't like this weather at all. I tell David that I'm allergic to it. I keep telling him to please move me for 3 months out of the year, and I would be oh so happy. Like, just get me out of here through the winter months. He might eventually cave because I do have, oh, my stomach's growling. I do get seasonal depression. Like, I just don't like winter. I don't like when it gets dark early. I don't like not seeing the sun. Yeah, I don't like the cold. Okay, two more. How do you know how big to make the square for the corner? I use 2 inches for this one. If you want the basket to be taller, you can do 1 3/4 or 1 1/2. If you want it to be smaller, you can make it, or if you want it to be taller, make the measurement smaller. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is a 2-inch bottom, but if I wanted this to be a little bit taller, I could do 1 1/2. So it would be less wide on the bottom, but it would be taller. Does that make sense? Yeah. And the only way I know all this is that I learn by doing it. So like one day I just decided to just start cutting fabric. And so I made like 12 of these, all using, let's see, do I have them in here? Let me see, let me grab it. I think I have some of them. Okay, so let me give you an example. So this one right here, this one here is made with the same piece of fabric, the same measurements of fabric, 10 by 12, but this has a 2-inch bottom. Wait a second. I don't really know. Just ignore me. This one is made by 10 by 12, and this one has, oh, I know what the difference is. Okay, so these two baskets are made with the same piece of fabric, except for this one, I turned the fabric this way, which is, this is 12 inches, right? So this is 12 inches. This is the 10-inch. So for this one, I made it horizontal. Is that horizontal? Yeah. And for this one, it's vertical. So same piece of fabric, just done in a different direction. I can't really explain it, but I can show you how to do it. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't confuse you, because it's real hard to explain, but it's the same piece of fabric. I just folded on the other side, right? Okay, now come back to me, my sewing machine, and then I need my arm. I don't know what I would do without the arm. Well, that's why I have the 790 upstairs, because that I don't need the arm because everything's with the button. Kathy, if I confused you by that comment about that explanation, let me know. I need my tray back in here. How's the lighting in here? Is it okay? I have my, what row? There we go. I have 2 lights right here beside me. Hey, I have to tell y'all, we have a coyote. We have a coyote in the neighborhood, and he is hanging out right behind our house and just that direction. Whatever, I don't know what direction that is. Is that south? I think that's south. No, it's west. South is that way. It's hanging out west of our house and behind our house. There's a creek back there, and so he's been looking for food. Y'all probably are like, why is she telling us that? I don't know. Okay, the lighting looks good. Let's see. Okay, no more questions yet. Well, it's nice to know that the lighting is good because it's pitch black outside. And I don't even have my big lights on overhead. I forgot to turn them on. was having so much difficulty getting everything set up that I wasn't really confident that I was even going live. So yeah, my big bulbs, not big bulbs, my strong bulbs. They're the same, they're the regular size, but they're super strength. They're like $14 a bulb. Yeah, they're probably 25 now. I bought them like 3 years ago. They're in my track lighting. Yeah, in case y'all are wondering. Thank goodness none of them have had to get replaced. I think they're LED lights, so that's good. Do y'all sew fast? When you don't have to get up and keep cutting and doing everything, you kind of can get on a roll, right? So when y'all sew, do you watch TV? Do you listen to music? What do you do? I always binge watch TV. I still haven't watched last season's Outlander yet. Well, let me tell you why I haven't. Because I have to watch the whole season in the same day that I started. Because there's just no way I can wait. And I don't think I've watched the last Virgin River yet either. But that's not going to happen this weekend. I got too much work to do. I can't be watching 8 hours of TV. I don't even know that's how many hours it is. How many hours is it? Right now I'm binge watching This Is Us, which is incredibly sad and depressing, but good, but it's really depressing. Did y'all watch that? Okay. So this one is the lining fabric. So also thinking of using one piece of fabric and fold it in half. You could use 2 pieces and sew the bottom. So you listen to music. Oh my gosh, you have Outlander fabric? Wow. I've never seen Outlander fabric. Huh, interesting. Where did you get Outlander fabric? Yeah, I've never seen that. I did buy some Chief's fabric a few weeks ago when I was at Joann's. I was like, why not? I probably will make a fabric basket. Yeah, probably so. Okay, this is the opening. This is the other side of the opening. And then clip. Clip. I don't know what people did before clips existed because, man, there is just no way. Oh, I couldn't imagine. I used to, every time I used to film a video way back when I first started, I know this is crazy. I learned how to sew. I learned how to sew basically teaching myself, and then I started doing videos as soon as I learned how. Like, basically I started doing videos and I didn't even know what I was doing, and it kind of sort of angered people that had been sewing forever because they're like, you're not doing it right. I'm like, don't matter to me. It's turning out good to me. Yeah. All the persnickety comments. But I always say I used to say there's more than, the old saying back when I grew up was there's more than one way to skin a cat, which just sounds really awful because who skins a cat? So now, whoever shared with me, there's more than one way to cook spaghetti. So that's what I say. Yeah. There's lots of ways to do lots of things now. There's not one wrong or right way. Maybe that's the case when driving a car. You got to put the key in it and you got to turn it to drive, but some things there's multiple ways to be successful, right? Okay, one more. This is the lining. Lisa, I saw that. In fact, aren't they having their open house this weekend? I have to tell you though, my husband is going to kill me if I buy any more fabric. I mean, I seriously, I am using up fabric that I bought not recently. Like this darling snowman fabric I've had for a year or two, not any longer than that. But I have fabric at the lake house and I have fabric at this house. And honestly, if one more big box of fabric comes in, he's just not going to be happy because I have a lot of fabric. I'm making these trays and baskets and what have you. It is using it up. And so, yeah, I'm afraid to go because there's just no way I can go to a new quilt shop and not buy, especially if they're having a sale, because y'all know fabric is not cheap, nor is the interfacing and all the stuff that goes with it, right? Yeah. I don't want to be tempted because I have a hard time saying no. And Christmas is coming up and David is taking me, I gotta take this off. He's taking me to Aruba again in February because I tell him that's the only way I can survive the winter in Kansas is if he gets me away for at least a week. So although the cold weather makes me depressed and the short days, the thought of being in Aruba for a week in February, it's like I can survive because I've got something to look forward to. Yeah. Plus, right now we still get I don't know if I've told y'all this. We actually get our room and our flight free because of his Southwest points. So he flies Southwest and he's an A-list, whatever that's called. And then we use an American Express, a Hilton American Express all year long. And so that gets us exactly 1 week in Aruba. So we actually get our room and our hotel for free. And all we have to pay for is our meals and booze. Yeah. So it works out perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this one. Why not? Oh, I was one of the first YouTube. That is amazing. So you bought the big shot. I don't call that stalking. That's really awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah. I've been on YouTube like what, ever since like the year after they started. So this channel might be new, but I am not new to YouTube. Yeah. You know what's crazy too is that like I just one day went to Best Buy and bought this little teeny tiny camera and started filming live on the counter in my bathroom. And I would go to Stampin' Up events and people would be like, well, what kind of camera are you using? I'm like, it's like this little cheap little silver camera. And I kid you not, nobody ever believed me. Like they seriously thought I was lying. And I wasn't. It's like, you don't have to have a fancy camera to film. Like just get something and do it. It's kind of like my Sew Chicken Scratch blog is not very pretty, but that's okay because y'all are not coming to the blog for prettiness. You're coming for the content. You're coming to get the free PDF and to see the videos and the pictures, right? So I can decorate that thing later. I can get a cute logo and cute fonts and colors later. I'm not going to hold off on posting videos and content just because my blog isn't all set up. Yeah. I'm trying to practice what I preach. Hopefully that's working. Okay, come here. I probably drop 20 clips in the floor when I'm sewing, and I don't even stop and pick them up. I just wait until I'm done, and then I pick them all up at once. Yep, because it's like if I'm on a roll, I don't really want to lose my roll. This is not a rectangle bag. Are any of these bags rectangle? I don't think any of these bags I'm making tonight are rectangle. I think they're all square. I don't know why I thought that we were making rectangle ones. Oh well. The video showed how to make the rectangles, but not the square ones. So here you go. We're making the square ones. Okay. This is so cute. Look at this snowman. It reminds me of, who? There's an artist. Is it Anna? Anna Wright? I don't know. I think it might be. She has the cutest images in the world. Even the stamps that she makes is, yes, I'm actually talking about a non-Stampin' Up artist. Is it called Whipper? I don't know. Trying to remember stuff now. It's like, I don't know who said this, but it's like, of all the things I miss my mind the most. I'm going to say it's the memory, right? Okay, I got to trim that thread there. Okay, let's see how this looks. So cute. It needs a good pressing, but cute, right? Oh my gosh. Love the snowman. Yeah, need to iron it. So we got 2 done tonight. Are y'all still there? Judy said she went wild over Halloween fabric. Oh wait, you've not sewn anything? Oh, come on now. Why haven't you sewn anything? Do you not have anything you want to make? Yeah, why haven't you sewn? Or is it a timing thing? So I know for a lot of people, it's just like taking the time to sew. I mean, look, it's almost 9 o'clock here. So I worked all the way until 5:30. And then I had some chicken noodle soup. And then I came down here and tried to set up the camera and everything. Yeah. I don't know why my stomach's growling. It's been fed. I bought a lot of Halloween fabric this year too, but I used up a lot of it for fabric baskets. Yeah. I made a lot of Halloween ones this year. Oh, thank you, Diana. That's so nice to hear. Oh, Mary Englebright. I love Mary Englebright. You know, I used to get that magazine. Oh, I loved that magazine. The cover was always so pretty until they changed it. You know, when it was artwork, it was beautiful. When they changed it to pictures, I stopped getting them because I loved the artwork. Yeah, Mary Englebright. We are showing our age, right? Okay, this one is a little confusing. So when I can't, let me explain this and this one. So this one had no coordinating fabric to go with it. I couldn't find one. I could have used white, I could have used yellow, but it just would have taken away from the fabric because this fabric is so cute. And it didn't matter what other fabric I used, it was not going to look as good. So I used the same fabric for the front, for the inside and for the outside. Whereas this one had coordinating fabric And it could be technically reversible. All you got to do is just turn it this direction, and now it's, yeah, so it's reversible. But this fabric here was another one that I kind of felt like all the fabrics that I had, because I do have, this fabric line is the same as this one, and I almost made it this be the lining, but I just, something about it just kind of made me feel like it really didn't coordinate the way I wanted it to. So I just, a lot of times I'll use the same fabric for the lining. So when, if you ever have gotten a basket or bag or whatever from me and the lining fabric was the same, as, it's because I couldn't find a lining fabric that I felt did it justice. Yeah. Sometimes it kind of takes cute fabric and turns it into something not so cute. I've made a few of those. I really like this pattern. I think it's perfect for David. This is another Riley Blake fabric. It's called At the Lake. I did post that on my website. I actually posted the name of the I posted the name of the fabric. I actually posted a picture of the fabric because I thought that was a good idea. I don't even know if anybody saw it though. Okay, here comes Bella. Where's my clips? Hello, Ruru. I'm almost done. I'm just going to sew this one and then we're going to say goodnight. I hear you. Okay, let's find that seam. I hope I don't watch this video back later and be mortified at the sounds and everything. I can put it, I can unlist it if it's horrible. I don't want to lose subscribers. I'm still trying to get more. Do y'all do that? Do you throw your clips up top? Oh, I can tell the top of this one is not perfect. Oh well, it's okay. I really thought that I was making a, I thought I was making this as a rectangle basket, but turns out I've made another square. Okay, all these need to be pressed. Oh, I do have one more, but I'm not going to keep y'all. You just need to get sewing. Does Bella come and get you the same time every night? You know, this is her second time to come down here. She sometimes will go and lay on the stairs and just pout that I'm not upstairs yet. But yeah, she's a dog that likes her sleep. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully when I watch the recording later, I don't delete this or hide it. Yeah, because I have no idea what the quality is. Oh, I can see that the camera's shaking a little bit. I don't know. You know what? I'm really loud too. In fact, David told me the other day, he's like, do you realize you scream when you talk? And I'm like, no, I do not. He's like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then I said, well, I can't hear out of my right ear very good. I can hear out of my left ear really well, but my right ear is kind of not functioning. Okay, y'all have a good night. I will see you soon. There'll probably be another test for another camera angle. Yeah. Okay, I'll hopefully I won't hide it. We'll see. Okay, have a good night. And it's going to take me a minute to shut this off because I don't really know what I'm doing. Here we go. Finish. Okay, see y'all later.